Dear students, today in the first lecture of International Business Management, we will be discussing about the general things related to international trade or international business, one and the same thing. Uh, we will be discussing about the meaning of international business or international trade. What is the nature and scope of international trade? Then what is the importance and what are the various factors which motivate the domestic business to go globally or go for international trade? So starting with the definition of the international trade, as it is just it is very general term that in international trade, the trade which takes place between more than one country is international trade. It is that where the exchange of goods, services, commodities takes place between various nations. So to refer as international trade, it is that business done by the country, more than one country. Say just taken an example, if India is having trade terms with say America, so that means that India is into international business, or India is into international trade. Like most of the countries having trade terms, international trades between various countries. We have just taken an example of clothes, machinery, capital goods, food, raw material, even technology, other services. So these are the businesses in which the organization or the countries go for internationally. Now what are the reason why countries go for international trade, or why companies go for international trade? So I have listed down few of the reason for moving internationally. See, this international trade arises due to the very much policy of that is liberalization, globalization, and privatization, which we call it as LPG. So due to globalization of the resources, globalization of countries, now majority of maximum of countries are crossing their border and giving or involved in the international trade, a rise of many transnational companies, MNCs. So these are now to talk about the reason why firms go for international trade, or why companies go for countries go for international. The very much is for production. Like it is not possible for a single country to produce equally as cheap cost. Later in this subject we will be discussing various theories of international trade, which tells about how countries can get benefit by international trade. We have absolute cost theory, we have comparative advantage theory, and many more theories are there for international trade. So maximum countries choose international trade because they singly cannot produce the things at a very cheaper cost. So say suppose, just take an example, say if India is better off in producing cotton or cotton cloth, and having difficulty in producing the capital goods, say machineries and all. So and similarly we say suppose America is not well versed in producing cotton or cotton clothes, and very much having a cheaper or advantage in producing this machinery or capital goods. So the trade between India and American could be take, like India will produce more of the maximum cotton, and America will produce that capital goods, and they can exchange it off. So this is the reason that is for production, and that is why international trade is taken into account, because um, all countries are not well off of producing all the things. Now factor of production is also one of the reason. Now in many of the countries we have like the factor of productions like labor, capital, raw material, machinery, even many more things. We can get factors of production in some of the countries at a cheaper rate and as compared to others. Say suppose if we talk about labor, in labor we have in India we have labor at a very economical cost, and similarly in America the labor cost is very high. So if America wants to trade off between, they can come and start their business here in India, and the that labor intensive technique, by using labor intensive technique. Another is cost of production. So reason for international trade is like cost of production. In each country finds its advantages to third point is like the cost of production. See, many of the countries find it advantageous to produce only those goods and services which they can produce effectively and in an efficient manner. Like as I told that we will be discussing various international trade theories. So in this point is covered under the absolute cost advantage theory, where the firms produces those goods and commodities where they have advantage. And these are the many of the countries go for international trade because they find it cost effective. Another is resource distribution. See, many of the times companies face problem in availability of natural resources. So many as we every country is not having abundant natural resources with whom they are producing the commodities. So they go for international trade where the raw material or the material which is used in the production process is in abundant form. So so there is an unequal distribution of resources in the countries. Like if I quote an example, if we take an example of India, so the same things applied with the countries as well. Say if we talk about India, then in Maharashtra we have textiles. In West Bengal we have jute production. In Haryana and Punjab we have food production, and in Kerala we have spices. So these are the similar things happens with when the countries or the organization go abroad or functioning abroad. So hope these are the reason why the countries involve themselves in the international trade. Now moving to the next topic, that is the importance of international trade. In the importance, if we talk about importance of international trade, like it is very useful for the countries, because when we talk about international trade, then there is utilization of raw materials. Say some countries who are naturally blessed with an abundance of raw materials, like Qatar is for oil, Iceland is for metal and fish, etc. Without international trade, these countries would never benefit from their natural resources or say. So the terms of trade between, say, suppose if we talk about Qatar, then Qatar can exchange oil in other other term in which the country is not suitable in production, like say whole wheat grains or spices or pulses, anything. Like then if we talk about international trade, then when we talk about the consumer point of view, then the consumer will get greater choice, because we have products from, or the consumer have products from the domestic producer, as well as the product from the international companies, so global companies. Then if we talk about the another advantage of international trade, that is specialization and economies of scale at greater efficiencies. That means that the countries are specialized in some or the other thing, but they are not specialized or well versed in producing everything. So the countries will produce those commodities in which they have specialization, and trade off between the other commodities in which they are least having least advantage. Another is global growth and economic development. See, international trade influentially influence our economic growth of the country, and it also lead to the reduction of poverty level. So maximum countries go for international trade. Hope the meaning, reason, and importance of international trade is clear to you all. Now moving to the next topic, that is what is the scope of international trade. See, the scope of international is trade is widely distributed or differentiate between these points. The first point is that export and import. The activities which takes place, export of goods and services or import of goods and services, included in international business. Like it include mercantile, and whether it is tangible or non-tangible goods. Then export mercantile means sending goods to other nation. Import mercantile means like we are receiving goods from other nation, and it does include the trade of services. Another is what is trade of services. It is also scope of international business. That is, it is also known as invisible trade. Like it include that trade of services which are intangible or not in the physical existence. Like if we talk about the services like tourism, hotel, transportation, training, research, etc. Then licensing and finance, franchisee is also under the scope of international business. That is, under this, permission is given to the other organization of other countries to produce or sell the commodities of a particular country. Like say, for example, Pepsi and Coca-Cola are producing and sold their different sellers abroad. Another is Domino's, Burger King. They have their franchises, say trademark franchises. Then if we talk about another is foreign investment. That is foreign investment, uh, when we talk about the foreign direct investment and portfolio investment, these are the two parts of foreign investment. Now, in foreign direct investment, which is also known as FDI, which means investing fund in plant and machineries for marketing and production, and that is which is commonly sometimes we do it as in a joint venture. Then portfolio investment means one country invests in another country by using of investing in its security and earn income in the form of interest and dividend. So this is all about the scope of international business or trade. Now if we talk about what are the advantages of international